Hello, my video today is on Make 10, which is a standard for kindergarten. This is a standard based out of Washington State, which is K.OA.A.4, which states for any number from 1 through 9, find the number that makes 10 when added to the given number. Example, by using objects or drawings, and record the answer with a drawing or equation. Thank you.
Hey, today we're going to talk about making 10. There are different ways that we can do this, but we have to take one number and another number, add them together to make 10, right? Sounds easy peasy, but remember, adding means that we take one number and put it together with another number to make a whole new number, right? Okay, so first we're going to look at our 10 frame. We've talked about these before. Remember, we have 10 dots all together in here, right? So 5 on the top, 5 on the bottom, okay? But what happens if some of my dots are missing, okay? So our first step, what we're gonna do, we need to count how many we have, right? So we need to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Beautiful. So we have 9 dots. How many more do we need to make 10? Let's see. So we can count on, right? So we're at 9. How many more do we need to get to 10, right? So we're going to do 9, 10. Fantastic. Okay. So another way is to fill in our dot, right? Oh, there it is. And this dot is yellow. I know it's kind of hard to see, but so this one's our drawn one, our new one. So how many did we add? 1, right? Okay, so if we were to make an equation for that, what would it look like? We're going to start off with how many dots we started off to begin with, right? So we're going to start with 9, okay? And then did we get more or did we get some away? Right, we got more, okay? So we're going to add. Here's our add. And then how many did we bring in? 1, right? Perfect. So it's going to be 9 plus 1 equals how many? How many did we get all together? 10. Fantastic. 9 plus 1 equals 10. Awesome job. Okay, let's do another one. Here we go. How many do we have this time? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nice. We have 7 dots to start with. Okay. So we're going to count on first and then we'll talk about other ways, okay? So if we go from 7, let's fill in the rest of our dots. Here we go. Boom. Okay, now our 10 frame is full. Let's count how many dots we added, how many different colored dots we have here, okay? 1, 2, 3. Fantastic. Now we have a full 10 frame, right? Every box has a dot in it, okay? So we started off with, let's see here, we started off with 7. Fantastic. Okay, so 7. How many yellow dots do we have here? Oh, I'm sorry. Take that back. Are we adding or are we taking away? Yeah, we're adding. Okay, we're adding. Then how many yellow dots did we bring in? 3. Fantastic. Okay, so now we have 7 plus 3 equals how many? 10. Fantastic. I love that. Okay. Ooh, is there another way? We talked about one way, right? We can count on. So if we started, our first one was we started off at 9. So then we counted up to 10, right? So I can use my fingers. Those are a good one for counting on. What's another way that we could do it? On our name tag, we have a number line. Fantastic. I'm not going to draw that. We have a number line. What else could we do? We could draw, right? So we could draw however many circles we have or whatever shape we want to use. We can draw how many circles we have and then count up to 10, right? Fantastic. Okay. All right. Let's do an example one. You ready? Here we go. Oh boy, there's a bunny. How many more are going to come in? Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Okay. What is our first step here? We got to count them, right? We have to know how many we're starting with. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fantastic. We have 5 bunnies to start with. Okay, this one's pretty easy, you guys, but let's talk about ways that we can get to it, right? We just talked about it. So, how are we going to do it? Here we go. We can use our fingers, right? So we have 5. How many more do we need to make 10? Fantastic. That's one way. We can use our name tag, our number line. Awesome. So then we would start at, where would we start here? Yeah, we're going to start at 5. And then we're going to count our hops all the way. What number are we going to stop at? 10. Fantastic. And then we're going to count our hops. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Awesome. So 5 is our number here, okay? Then what's another way? Yo, our 10 frame. We know that one. We've talked about it so much already. So we have 5 dots here. Then we're going to fill in the rest of our dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fantastic. Then we'll add them up and make our equation. That's another way. Oh, circles. This one we didn't talk too much about today. So if I start off with 5 bunnies, I can draw my picture. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bunnies. But now I want to get to 10 bunnies, right? So now I need to I like to color my circles in when I do this, just so I can tell the difference, right? We need to make sure that we can tell which ones we started off with and which ones we're adding in, okay? So for this one, like I said, I like to color them in. 1, 2, oh, we have to count on, you guys, I totally forgot. So we started off with 5, right? So now we're at 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. There we go. Now I can just count them. Otherwise, I wouldn't know where to stop. My gosh. Okay, those are our different ways, right? So we can use our fingers and count up. We can use our number line and count our hops. We can do our 10 frame and count how many different dots we need to add to it to fill it up. Or we can do our circles, right? And draw it ourselves. Fantastic. Those are all great ways. Let's erase this real quick. There we go. All right. Now, what I want you guys to do, you're going to go around the room and find, you're going to need 10 things, right? Because we're talking about making 10. So you can go and you can get 10 pencils. You can go get 10 crayons, 10 blocks, or any of our other math manipulatives we have. You can do 10 erasers, okay? Whatever you decide to use, make sure that you can hold it, okay? So you shouldn't have a big old handful like this. You need to be able to hold it, and you have to have 10, because how can we make 10 if we don't have 10 altogether, right? That's what we're talking about. And then, so once you have all 10 of your items, you're going to find out different ways that you can make 10. So if you have 7 pencils, how many more do you need to have off to the side, right? Okay. Then you're going to write it down on your whiteboard. So I want your equation. So if I do, let's go back to my bunnies, okay? If I do, we start off with 5 bunnies, and then I needed to bring in 5 more, and that leaves me off with 10 equals 10, okay? I would like to see something like this on your whiteboard, okay, when we're all done, and then we'll come back together and talk about what we saw, okay? You may begin.